Okay. Very much hello, Socks. I think there's not much of a reason to delay much. And normally at this point I would turn off the music, but I think that this stream is probably a good one for leaving it on, actually. Just so that we have some background. Because this is probably going to be like incredibly chill. Because I don't... Ah! I almost ruined it. Well, not ruined everything, but dropped stuff, which wouldn't have been good. I don't need this cassette tape to be here. Hang on. I forgot what I was even using this for. I don't think I was using it for anything. I think I just had it out. I think I was going to put the Celeste soundtrack on it. Alright, I'm back. Just walked to the other side of the room. Alright, so. Yeah, so the reason I'm trying out leaving this on, this music. Oh, by the way, it is from Poru Poru Music, or Por Music is the channel name. Let me get the link for chat again. Hello, Backheim Socks. Alright, you. Anyhow, there's the link to the music. We'll pin that, I guess, for 20 minutes. Something like that. Well, actually, hang on. Since it's going to be up all stream, we might as well have it pinned all stream. So, but basically, none of the other... So, with other music I've used in the past, Twitch has been like, hey, we're going to mute the part of your video that has the music. Oh, this is how it's going so far, by the way. Parts of the music that I've used in the past has gotten muted by Twitch. But that hasn't actually happened with this music specifically. Here. That's the name of them. You can find them on YouTube. What was I saying? Oh, that's right. Twitch hasn't been muting this music. So I can probably actually leave it on the whole stream, since it's going to be a pretty chill stream. The first things I want to do is make edits here, because I got some really good advice from an artist friend of mine. They're also a writer. I went to CISA with them. So the first thing they suggested is to make this a bit more of a straight line. I might as well even use the line tool for it. And the reason we do that is because it's on the table. And so obviously the table's pressing back against it. So it wouldn't be as curved as it would be if it was in the air. I'm not much of an artist, you can probably tell. The second thing they noticed, hi Sharky. Sharky's my girlfriend and I love them. The second thing that they mentioned to me, I'll pull up even the Discord if I can. So, if we look at the Discord, up here, they're saying that we need to give the breasts more volume, and I agree with that. The reason that I hadn't done that already, love you too, the reason I hadn't done something more like this already is because I had kind of thought that the way the apron would hang off them would be sort of held taut around there. But even then it deserves to have the difference in the creases in the apron. So they're absolutely correct about that. So I'm going to be trying my best to not copy but sort of emulate what they've done there on the proper layer. And the reason that the lines are different, you see how this is smooth and clear and the other one isn't. The reason for that is because this used to be like half the size, but I scaled it up because I decided I wanted to have more detail. It's not going to be line art in the end. I'm going to be like digital painting this in the end, so it'll make a nice background. So the quality of the lines specifically doesn't matter too much. I'll obviously be fixing up stuff like this later as well. The eyes aren't too bad, but they aren't like my favorite thing either. The mouth especially, not sure about it. The general shape isn't bad, but I just think that line weights all over the place are not the best. But specifically right now, we're just emulating their breast shapes. They wanted to have, they said we should have it crease a little bit down here, which is interesting. Well, I mean, it's not unusual or anything. I don't mess with fabrics too much is part of my problem. You know? What I should be doing is actually adding a new layer for this in case we don't like what we do and we want to erase stuff. Right? Because that way we can do it better. Luckily they didn't have way too many suggestions. So they say sort of go like that, I think is what they mean. Just give it the volume. And it's sort of, I mean, in general, you know, we're such a Puritan society almost, that it's sort of weird to even think about doing that. Especially, it's so weird, especially as a trans girl, to think about breasts in general. Because it's like, yeah, it's something that I would want to have. Here, let me. But it's also so strange to say that out loud. Is that their... Oh, that's right. Things are strange. So let's see if this is much better. It's not quite what they had. And now obviously not trying to copy them exactly, but the way they did it is better. So we're gonna try and, if not copy them, which obviously I don't want to be copying, even though I just need to emulate, you know? What layer is this? We want this one. So I just need to be thinking about the reasons why they have it this way. Because, here, let me see if I have the right... So yeah, this is sort of the form I had going on before I added the layers on top. You can see that this back here is the dress. Then I'd imagined it would go more like this. And so that's why I put the apron going like that. But if I'm looking at it better now, I can see even just this is incorrect. So what if instead of trying to do it just the way they had it, which sort of implies larger breasts, I think what I need to do is try and just have this hug the form a little more tightly there. Something like that. And then have this hug the form more tightly. Like this perhaps. And then if I go here and I erase some of the previous lines. I didn't know that was on this layer. So if we have it more like this, that's an improvement, I think. But what about over here? This is the part I'm doubly unsure of. No, I think that's correct, but not this strap up here. What I want is here to erase there. Then up here, that's the correct layer. We erase that. And also this. So I don't think the breast would actually be there specifically. I think it might be there-ish, starting to come down. And it's hard to tell because of the perspective. You can see I have my perspective points on the sides. Perspective in general is sort of what I'm good at. You see these shapes and stuff. Especially these chairs. I love these chairs. My younger sibling who's looked over a couple times. Oh, sorry, Kenzie. I don't have a lurk command. But thanks for showing up anyway. I appreciate the sentiment behind it. I can actually... Hang on, since we're here anyway. If I go... this, then... Nano... Yellow, hi Les Burrito. I see you changed your name. If I just... I'm editing my bot right now, so I can add my... command. Shortened it, Yeah. Here, I can put this on screen while I do this. I'm just copying this command. We want to cut it, then paste, then paste again. There we go. I'm getting so many notifications. Por qué? Oh, it's in general? Let's see. Oh, Kenzie's in the Discord now. That's so awesome. But anyway, I'm just finishing up editing this. So instead of name is Cookie, we want name is Lurk. Just joined. Awesome, awesome. It's good to have you. Oh, I love the washing machine one. That was fun to animate. I made my emotes myself for the most part. I haven't bought any. Let me see. So the reason I say for the most part is because there's also the hype emote. Shamey8 hype is the one. That one I didn't make. Guys, if you have any suggestions on how I should format this lurk command, I just need to think of the words I want to use. You should end many chats and they like it too. I'm glad, I'm glad. I think my emotes are suitably messed up. You know, like I have my drawing tablet, but I intentionally drew them with my mouse to get that MS Paint vibe, because I think it really works well. Yeah. The eating one where they bite the pearl. That one's I was gonna say delicious. I think it's fun. But I need to think of how I want to format this lurk command. What do you want the bot to say when I when somebody says they're lurking. Is lurking now. Because I also have my redeem is the thing, right? I have my lurk redeem, which is just 10 channel points. I might actually just go and remove that. Set up some custom commands to a couple days ago. It's hard to come up with a good lurk response. It is. It is. And we love that for them. I think that's what we'll go with. Then we just run the bot again. There we go. Now if somebody runs the lurk command, it should work. And then I suppose I'll leave both. You know? Ta-da. So yeah, I can always change it later. Like you saw how easy that was to change. No big deal. Not at all. So let's get back to what we were up to. I think to imply volume, we need to go something like this. It's a bit tricky. You gotta teach me this or something? Oh, it's no problem at all. I can totally do that for you, Kenzie. Now, Kenzie isn't subscribed, so they will be seeing ads right now. So, I actually, technically speaking, I technically have, commissions, right? Technically, I have like $30 commissions set up because I think that being able to program a competent bot is worth like $30. Probably less, but the website wouldn't allow me to do much less. But yeah, I'm available to... people can pay me to program them stuff is what I'm trying to get at here. And I feel bad about it because I do just want to help out my friends. But I also really need money. Right? That's a big struggle. And for some reason, this curve in particular is hard. I do see what M was talking about, though. I think we also need to have it go somewhere like that. I think that curve is correct. Alright, because if we put it like this, from back here you can tell that that's correct, right? Your threads notifications blew up. Oh wow, how? Larg, what happened? I can open up... I'm so glad that Threads has the website in addition to the mobile app because I can open it up here. Pocket knife / second pocket knife. I saw that. That's funny. Bunch of likes all of a sudden. Huh. I wonder if the same sort of principle applies and... hang on, let me find the layer. I wonder if... whoops. I wonder if this is supposed to be more like that. Because of the table. I don't think so. I don't think so. Now where were we? We were here. Okay, and this collar is going to be bothering me for the rest of the time because it's not right. So I'm going to redo that in a bit. Hang on. We can leave up there for now. Oh, that's why it's there. It's because I'm drawing through the hair on the bow. I was confused on what it was for a second. So now... now indeed. I think it's ought to just follow along, right? That makes enough sense to me. I mean, at the bottom there, it's obviously rough. And normally, so this is one thing. What I've been learning recently, not even just recently, for the last like couple years, is that smooth lines and curves are always better than any sort of sketched curve or sketched line. Even if you sketch it really well, you always want to be drawing the full curve. It's just that for right now, while I'm so unsure what I want it to look like, I don't actually know what curve I'm drawing, which is why I'm doing the sketching. It's because I still need to figure out what curve I'll be drawing, you know? And then on another layer in the future, I'll lower the opacity and I'll go over that in just one smooth curve, because smooth curves are always preferred. So the way this is right here, I think it's supposed to come over the shoulder, right? In that manner, because these straps, they connect in the back about there. So it goes over the shoulder that way-ish. And this one's going over the other direction, which makes sense. But then I think it honestly goes a little bit like that. Except that seems a little bit too much. I think it might be a little like that. So that's the easy one is the problem. Because for the other one, I've got to go over the shoulder in the same way. But then I've also got to go around the breast. And I've got to figure out the right way of doing that. That's not bad. Let me see what M had on theirs. It's pretty similar to what I've got. So, hang on. If I grab another layer, M's has sort of like that and like that, kinda. And that's not wrong. That's the correct dimensions, or rather that's the correct lines for slightly larger breasts, I think. Let me, hang on, this layer doesn't need to exist anymore. It served its purpose. So this here is going to bother me. There we go. So basically, what M was saying, gotta remember to renew the new Prime sub in 2 days. I get that, yeah. I've never Primed sub to anyone. I've never subscribed to anyone, unfortunately. I just don't have the money. But I imagine the process is a little bit tedious. So I think what I'm doing wrong here, hang on. There we go. I think that that is indeed. So here's my problem. This is fine, but this is not, right? From back here, it's not bad. But I think that I think that this needs to curve less, right? I think we need to go something more like that. Yeah, that's better. Why no ban word permanently? So Nia, the reason is twofold. First, Morgan banned the word made, and that's like one of my favorite words. Don't tell them I said that, but the other reason is that I need to reduce the number of redeems I had. I know, I helped with that. Basically, yeah, I just needed to have fewer redeems total because I felt like too many and it starts getting cluttered and people don't know what redeems do, and it starts becoming more of an in-joke type thing than something that anyone can join stream and understand. So I feel like you were gonna be in Nya, but Nia, I need that word. You don't understand. I need that word like I need oxygen. Nya. Meow. I need to get better at meowing, actually. That was an awful meow. 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 Oh. I need to specify to myself, in fact, whether the meow needs to be super realistic, whether it needs to be like one of the voice training meows, or some secret other thing. Meow stream. So here's my thinking right now. How much does this need to follow the curve? This would be so much easier if I was on HRT. I think I would understand the physics a bit better. But I think this needs to follow the curve more. Maybe not that much. It's just full of Shay Cat noises. So the reason, part of the thing is, I'm confident. So there's like two kinds of strokes I could do here. It could be like that, or it could be like that. Right, the two different directions of the curve. And so up here, I am so confident that it needs to go like that, you know? It needs to curve down like this. But then I'm also starting to wonder if it goes like that there, you know? Because if it goes like that, for example, that's not bad, but I think it's not straight enough at the top. It's all just so confusing. I think that's not wrong. I think that's not wrong. Fabric is so confusing. This is why part of why I'm so bad at drawing humans. Then down here as well, M on the Discord had some creases in the fabric that I found very interesting. They said to go something like that and sort of like this. Like that, kind of. And if I hide that layer, that's better. Right? We all agree that this is better? Then the thing after that. Gardevoir is wrong. I don't mean that they're incorrect per se. Oh, they also made notes on the mouth. Hang on, I should change that while I'm here. Let's see what they said. I hope that the art isn't too disinteresting to y'all. So they said move the mouth up. Whoops. And change the shape a little. That's not exactly what they had going, but I think this is actually almost better than what they had going. You guys will have to let me know. I don't know, I'm not gifted in the art space when it comes to drawing people. Me neither. This is so... Ugh. This is so wrong. What I've done. It's incorrect on so many levels. You like it? It's relaxing? I'm glad you think so. So, look. This head is too small, right? I'm not imagining this. This head isn't too small, but this head is too small. Need some smooth jazz. I feel like, do you guys not hear that? I can turn that up a little. I do, it's not quite smooth jazz, but we've got this going. Right? I'll turn up a little. Yeah, Oh, hang on, this line here. Where is that? What layer? I think that needs to be more like that. Because drawing in the neck makes it very clear what that wraps around. I do love the disco cats. I should, sometime. Let me see. No, You guys will have to let me know. If, oh, that looks wrong now though. Hang on. But did it look wrong before? Okay, what if I just do the top one? That's not bad. Especially from a distance. Okay. That's too loud for me. I'm gonna turn that down, but turn it up for you guys. Because luckily in OBS we can turn up the browser, not the browser, we can turn up the desktop audio without turning up the system audio. So it's very convenient. I'm quite a fan. So, but mostly right now, all that is wrong. For one, this doesn't curve enough. It would be more like that, but mostly the line widths are terrible, right? But I'm doing my best not to focus on it because this is not what I want to focus on right now. Right now, I want to focus on Gardevoir. So if I hide some stuff, that gone to? BRB grabbing more pizza to stuff my face with. Yeah, no problem. Be right back, or be not back, whenever. So this Gardevoir is incorrect, right? I have. Yeah, this is sort of the reference I'm going with. Where is it? Oh, it's probably somewhere. Where is it? Oh, I see what happened. It's a small image, but I'm gonna scale it up, no worries. So this is the reference I've got. You can see it's not bad. I think what's happening is I need to... The perspective does make it a little different because this is slightly different. Back with the za. Alright, so let's see. What I'm seeing... this is tricky. It's hard to decide how much I need to lean into this reference, right? Because I don't want to make the skirt part lean into the... No, I don't want the skirt to go as far back. So it's hard to tell what I want to happen. Let me look at these emotes. We've got Gun, Blastoise. Uh-huh. You're taking over with your army of Blastoise. Alright, alright. You silly. So, let's see. I think, looking at it this way, oh, I have that on one layer, gross. I mean, I kind of understand it. I have 3 layers, I never will ban the word yeah, you can't do that to me, I need it. Let's see. I think that this needs to go, I'm gonna erase it from there. I'm gonna go more like that. That's correct. Yeah, I like that. The curve to the hair is correct now. Almost. Part of it too is that the area for the face, if they can't yeah, then it would be a silent stream. You're so right. I think that the face is too large. Right? Gardevoir here, so little real estate for the face. And I've got a lot more. So, actually, I'm gonna go like that. See how that looks. Because that sort of follows the same philosophy as this. See how that's just like one line there? So if I have that one line there, that also doesn't look too bad. Then the one other thing is that that goes like that, but mine goes like that, you know? So my Gardevoir has different posture, and I wonder if that's bad enough. The hair looks off because the neck stops the hair carrying over. How do I explain it? You think it's... Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. So you think it's like this? Somewhat? You think it's more like that? And then I need to basically... Hang on. New layer time. Now erase the line. I don't know which line you're talking about. But anyways, this ought to be going more like that, methinks. Right? Or not right? Well, here's the thing. In the center of the head. Oh, that one? Yeah, it's supposed to be that line, but I can see that it doesn't work out that way. Oh, especially because I mean, it kind of could go like that, but that's not what we need right now. The other line, I guess. So, biggest problem is the posture, right? The other line in the center. Hang on. You think like that then? I agree, I think. At least I don't think this is bad. But what I really need what I really need is to just redraw it, right? I need water apparently, wow. Huh. Hasn't happened to me recently. Didn't expect it. But anyway, part of the reason it looks so off is because Gardevoir here, it's hard to tell. So if I sort of like examine Gardevoir's thing here, it's hard to tell if where their legs are, you know, from this back sprite. I imagine it'd be something like that. But if I don't have my skirt flowing as far back, then it ends up being very strange, I think. Plus, I don't know if I have the arms the right length. Forget if I can use Cat Jam here or not. Doesn't look like it. I don't actually know how to enable that at all. Right? I have no idea what any of it does. Oops. Hang on, did I mess up my tracking? Let me check. No. It's hard to tell because unless I'm looking directly at OBS, the tracking isn't in real time, because if I'm looking at the Firefox window where I have my stream manager open for Twitch, then it's not in real time because it's reading off the stream. Excuse me. So what I think needs to happen is I lower this opacity. You can mostly leave, hang on, let's see if I can. External Twitch emotes are enabled because WowWee is probably gonna work. External Twitch emotes are enabled because... Oh, interesting. Then yeah, that's the stream elements. So what I want to do is get this line. Apparently Spotify takes up 171% of your CPU. That is very interesting. I'm curious, I wonder... So, one thing I'm suddenly curious about that I haven't ever considered before is, do you suppose that... So a lot of times you'll see anime characters' hair and it'll go like that or something. Or more like... It'll have this. I wonder if this little thing here is because it's kind of difficult to draw a circle in one go, right? So if I go like that, it's pretty easy, you know? He'll be jamming out once it kicks into maximum overdrive, I'm curious to see if that's part of the reason that so many anime characters have it like that. So we can, Spotify is the new manager. We can leave the head where it was, right? We can leave the head where it was. However, the body does need big editing. We need sort of the same curve to make it look like Gardevoir. So that's a very exaggerated curve, but I think we can get away with something a bit less. Chroma is a new challenge. Huh? Trying to think of exactly how I want that to curve. If we want the skirt to be ending around there, probably like this. Got grease on your keys. Ugh, don't like that. Let's see. So we're probably going to... So Gardevoir very much... Their torso box, because every torso is a box, goes sort of like... that, I think. You can just throw it in the dishwasher. Wow. Interesting. I think their chest box is sort of like this. Not exactly, but pretty much. So if I do something like that, we really want to exaggerate the curves though, because it is kind of a cartoonish style that Pokemon are in. I'm very proud of how this Jirachi turned out. I mean, I had a different reference. It wouldn't have been like the hardest thing for any of you either. Anyways. So something more like this than what we had before. I think that's correct. Right, and what we had before was not correct. I can just draw this through a little bit. Party parrot? Oh, interesting. I didn't know that was a thing. Then this skirt is kind of like a deformed cone, I think. We can make that as long as we want. Interestingly, that goes like that at the waist, which I hadn't noticed before, except it doesn't. It goes like that. And so that changes it a little. If I go like so, because our scale is different, right? We're working in a completely different scale. I mean, you can tell just by how much taller our Gardevoir is. And part of that is the perspective. Why am I pressing reverse so many times? I don't need to do that. It's hard to say how tall I want it to be. I want it to be basically that whole height, but I'm starting to wonder if that might be too tall for our Gardevoir. I'm starting to wonder if that's too tall for our Gardevoir. We can, so if I bring the desk back, hold on, let's minimize Mim. That's me basically. I'm basically drawing myself there. It's because this is my desktop, I can do what I want. Let's see, front counter. Let's hide that a tiny bit. So basically, we want their feet to end up around there, right? We can, it's difficult, right? Because if we bring back Mim, you see, I have to be below this Gardevoir's head, right? And I have, so, hang on, what paint layer are we on? We're on that one, okay. This is the one I want. So basically, my legs, it's difficult because I have to use myself as a measuring stick now. And this head throws me off so much because I'm so certain that it's wrong. Average 5'3", max apparently 6'4". Okay, then it's fine. It's fine. It's just a little tricky, but it's fine. Because I'm 5'9". That's like canon height, basically. And so then if we have that height from standing to there, then we have that much distance, which basically translates to about that much, I think. Small? I don't think I feel like I'm too tall, actually. But anyways, oh, hang on, notification. I'll get to that later. But basically, I have to make it so that this height roughly translates to 5'9", you know? And that's difficult. You're joking, you're 5'11", but closer to 6? Okay. Let's see. But basically, so this Jirachi was the very first thing to get drawn in the picture, in the entire thing. It used to be in the little corner because I expected it to be like the main focus or something along those lines. I thought about doing like a little computer type thing and being in a field of some kind. Changed that pretty quickly. But basically, this Jirachi, if you move it, is like a little under a foot tall, I think. Like, that's how that worked out in the Pokemon math, in the Bulbapedia. So Jirachi is really short. So I had to make sure Bulbasaur is somewhat bigger than Jirachi. And I have to make sure that Gardevoir, for example, is like at least 5 Jirachi tall, right? And if we look at the perspective line, I can use the line tool. If we look at the perspective lines, keeping in mind that this Jirachi is a little bit more forward than the Gardevoir is. Gardevoir is well, hang on, we can go something like that, and also that. So you see how this Gardevoir is a little different than this Jirachi, but basically, did your Discord just crash and reopen? I have no idea. But basically, we need to try to make this Gardevoir roughly 5 times the height of this Jirachi, which is difficult because they're at different perspectives, right? Or different points in the perspective. Excuse me. But I think that this Gardevoir is roughly 5 Jirachi tall. I think. We're just really hoping that I'm not completely incorrect, you know? Let's get back to it. So, if we have it go... Well, this goes out a lot compared to where the rest of the skirt is. So we can go something like that. Yeah, like that. So that's how the Gardevoir goes, essentially. Except we've done it wrong. So what I'm gonna do is just... If we get it too close, then it starts looking like the Gardevoir is inside the counter is the problem. We can just make the perspective pretend that that's not the case, usually. Let's try going like this and like that. Gardevoir dress looks like it'd spin good. It would, absolutely. It's actually open at the front. I don't know if you know that, but yeah, hang on. It goes like that at the front, and then you can see Gardevoir's legs. You probably know that. I don't know why I said you might not. So, hang on. Gardevoir's your fave? And awesome. Then you're probably happy to see me drawing it. So, let's see. Next to Arcanine. Arcanine's a good one. He seems like such a good boy. I think that this is correct. Alright? And then we want the Gardevoir's arms. So, let's see. That distance is like a huge portion of their whole figure, right? Lifting up my hand won't actually show you, I don't have hand tracking. But if I go like that, then I just like circle it and stuff and show you. That's a huge arm. Usually do runs with dog/wolf Pokemon, that's fun. Yeah, that arm is like, I don't know, a third of their total height, a little less. And I don't think we want to do that. This is where it becomes a little trickier, because a third of their total height would mean their arms like that long, I want to say. And that's total, counting the elbow I'm imagining. If I put it like there, which, well, maybe that's actually not bad. something like this. Okay, that's actually not bad. We'll do it like that. Alright, which would put this one like this. And then we connect them up like so. Alright. I think that's good. And we can lower that opacity even further. We can lower that like that. Then, I actually want to turn this opacity up. And hide that again. Okay, that's it. Alright. Yeah. So far so good, I think. Maybe I do need to extend that out. Hang on, what layer am I on? Gardevoir layer. We want that layer. Maybe I do need it to be a little longer, you know? Something more like that is better. Yeah, that's better. This, rather than that. So we'll put it more like that. I think that makes sense. But I'm a little apprehensive about this curve because I can't tell if it's proper or not. I think so. Look, here's what I'm doing wrong. That goes down to like that, whereas mine goes down to like that. We need to go basically straight down from there. Not exactly straight down, but more straight than we were doing. Something more like that, I think. Because that's like that. Yeah, I think that's better. Alright. Then we'll leave that on its own layer. We'll do another layer. So like this. Let's pull that up. So we need the arm immediately, right? And then we want the back to curve like that, right? And then we want the spine to be still about the same. Hang on, this will take a couple tries. Actually, I only need to do the back there. Okay. That's actually not bad. It's not perfect, you can see. But it's not bad. It's not a bad start, at least. We also have to decide how big we want that spike to be. So we kind of go like that out in front, wouldn't it? I mean, imagining Gardevoir without any forming, that is. Okay, so we probably do need it to be. What am I doing here? That's my question. Hang on, let's erase that. I feel like I've psyched myself out of something. So, let's see. If that's like that. Hang on. There's my confusion. So basically, Gardevoir seems to have, like, split between green and white there, and that split was starting to confuse me a little. Let's do two curves here, I think. One to finish off the torso, and then a second for the skirt. Yes. And then that's... It might still be too much downward, because it sort of implies a forward momentum that the wind is resisting. If I do it too much of a curve. Because this is sort of like, oof, but this is different. So it's tricky, you know? Where's my layer? Oh, darn it. I'm drawing it on there. That sucks. Okay, let's not undo, well, no, we gotta undo it. Okay. I think this layer ought to be it. Let's see. If we start down here a little bit. I think that's right. No, I'm actually pretty sure that's right. Because if I hide my guides, yeah, indeed. That's good. I mean, obviously I don't like that we're copying it so much, but I mean, it is like the perfect reference, so. Don't know what else I'd do. Then what's this one? Yeah, we can keep that. We don't need it though, so let's get rid of it. EP, but you got work in 2 hours? See if you can squeeze in a small nap then. I don't know, that's rough. How full is my water? Let's see. I can unscrew the lid a little bit. Seems like, I want to say 2/3, but the top part is obviously a little wider than the bottom part, so not exactly 2/3 full. Says that just as I take a swig of my own water. So it looks like, oh, then I will just drink the rest of it. It's gonna be 0 full. I do need to, what is it? Use the bathroom soon enough. You are no evil. Sure. Oh, I didn't know that dog champ was a thing. That's adorable. Lord. Oni can't lie. I think they can. I think nowhere in the Oni lore does it say they can't lie. So, let's see. This is really a tricky form. Because it's hard to tell if it goes like that. You're educating Shay on the wild amount of unlisted Twitch modes there are. I can't tell if these pixels are, I can't tell if there's a space there or not that I should be thinking about as like that, or if I should be thinking about it as more of a straight line like this. No, that's probably right? So if we draw it somewhat like that, draw our spike something like that. Is this correct? Yes, it is actually. Yes, it actually does. On the deathbed of the Shuten Doji, Shuten damns the samurai who tricks and backstabs them, saying, "You are even worse than we, for there is no lie in the words of Oni." That's fascinating. You definitely know that better than I do. Alright, here, if I look at my Gardevoir, sucks that this sprite is small and resized so much, because it's hard to make out these details. I think it goes like that, kinda. Almost. You know? And then if we put in a shoulder, erase that. No, we still need that. You guys are gonna have to tell me if you think this is right or not. So I think that spike needs to be about yay big. It's hard to say. It is hard to say. Recontextualizing a lot of Japanese stories is just the government using regular people, turning regular people into monsters in order to give a valid reason to murder people. Wow. That does... I mean... That's pretty insightful, I think, into the nature of propaganda. These emotes you have are pretty fun. Alright, so let's see. We've got sort of a line like this. I think it goes like that. Then perhaps like this. Whoops. Doesn't have to be perfect. I can do another layer. I think that's not wrong. I actually need this to be... That's why the most recent interpretation of Shuten is Ogrepon, and choose a little cutie who can't do anything wrong. Ignore the genocide of poison Pokemon after they kill their trainer. Uh-huh. So I think that that line goes like that. Hang on. Get rid of this back. Okay, so that goes over the arm. It's sort of meant to be like a corset packing, I feel like. What do we think about this Gardevoir? Yay or nay? Proceed or regress? I think this is right. Honestly, I think that this is the correct way of drawing Gardevoir. Looks good? Alright. And obviously this isn't the last version we'll do. What's this? That's the head. I have so many layers here. So many layers. Let's bring back Mim. And the walls. I don't need these other doors. That one stays, and then we want this. Alright. This is the current state of things. I'm gonna use the bathroom, and you guys will tell me when I get back what you think you hate about it. Oh, actually, I'm gonna send you to the Be Right Back screen, so you'll just have to think about it. Alright, I'm back. Tracking seems to be working. Did you know if you type, Esnez none two laws backwards, you will get absolute nonsense. Yeah, I agree. Uh-huh. What was I up to? I got distracted. Alright, so here's where we're at right now. I think it's looking good, but I'm biased. You're definitely biased. You're like the biased. When I think of biased, I think of you. Let's bring back this. This technically goes... So... I don't know if it needs to be quite like... Have you heard of our Lord and Savior of Pokemon Cries Gastrodon? Let me look it up. I need a new YouTube tab. Larg. Let's see. All right. We're getting some fun results. It's just goopy. Did this pause or something? Seems like it did. Oh, the first one, you love it? Alright, that's fun. I'm glad you enjoy it so much then. Now, I am gonna want to probably make it go like this instead. This is probably good enough. You want a Gastrodon? I get that, yeah. So, the thing is, I don't know about this curve. I don't think I want it to do exactly that. I think what I have here is good enough. You know? Then we have it like that, and that, and there's our Gardevoir. We can actually put this in that. What's this? Oh, okay. So now we've got some difficult choices. Either we refine these things more, or we continue thinking about what we want to put in the rest of it. And I think, in the interest of being interesting, I want to add more stuff before we continue, because this doesn't look wrong exactly. Okay, this looks wrong. I don't like this, but I've never been a fan of my face, so we're gonna move on. I mean, my YouTuber face is good, but any face that I draw is not. Nope, there's no exceptions to that so far. Okay, just had to double check. We've got two. So look, over on this layer, we've got this side. I think, so there's room for 3 people. Technically, if this were like a real space, there'd be room for at least like a bunch of people. But in terms of like artistic real estate, we have room for like 2 or 3 people here, right? And then a Pokemon there as well. A larger one, like a Rhydon. And then we also have room in the back where we want another worker, or probably not, well, maybe 2. It depends on the scale. I might have to, no, I'm definitely gonna have to resize this room just to make sure there's enough real estate for the things we want to put in. Then we need to, hang on, let me question mark that one. Then I think we want another, well, hang on. Let's make it clear what we're doing. We'll make our symbolism more relevant. So I think we want 1, maybe 2 there. Then a Pokemon there. Then basically all these places, the places with circles and X's are where it could be a person or a Pokemon. Just circles is probably a Pokemon, just X is probably a person. I suppose this one could be either. And the question mark obviously means that I'm not sure about it. And we also probably want other stuff. So we want to start thinking about what we want to put in. We also might want to add a new symbolism. Triangle. For decorations. Because you never know what kind of art we might want to put on these walls. Then we've got to have functional details in the back, because it's the prep area for the drinks as well, because it's a cafe, sort of like Starbucks, but a cafe, but with Pokemon. So there definitely has to be drinks and preparation stuff back there. Why can't I have a East form Gastrodon? Hang on, I have to. The blue one. The reason is because you live not on the east, I think. There's always more east you could go to. So, part of the difficulty with these these utilities, you live in the Rockies, not east enough. So, this is tricky. We also need a door there of some kind, just a little barrier between the guests and the back. I guess technically we don't. At my McDonald's that I worked at, we didn't have it. I just need to... So if I have 2 people there, we won't have much room to see the stuff back there. This wall needs to have use. The thing is that this prep area doesn't have enough space in it, right? Not for the way I need it to be set up. And my McDonald's was extremely... Hi, Hallwheat. We're talking about how we want to do the rest of this. So, we're confident about the positions of... Right now we're just talking about the positions of where we want to put the rest of this stuff, right? Hang on, we'll put that back. Like this. Looking good? Thank you. So we're trying to figure out the X's are people. O's are Pokemon, and triangles are decor, and squares are utilities, right? You want to add a Gastrodon? I think you want to add a Gastrodon. I don't think Gastrodon thematically fits in here, right? Basically we've got to figure out what we want to put in, right? We can ignore decor for now. Hang on. So we don't need to worry about decor right now. We just need to worry about the other living elements and utilities. Right? I think that's the important thing to focus on. Because these elements that, other than the wall decorations, are the important ones. I want that one. So, this room back here is the most troublesome area. Hi, welcome back, Nia. Nia. So, I think, what I'm thinking, you guys will have to let me know what you think. But I think, so I had imagined that there'd be another, like, walkway back there, right? Going off to another corner or a bathroom or something. In fact, I'm pretty sure I imagined that it was specifically a bathroom there. But if I remove that, then put that wall there instead, that gives me a lot more space. And then I wouldn't resize this. That way employees have entrances on both sides of the counter to move in and out, which I think is more efficient. You should add a water and ground type with the ability Storm Drain. I'm sure you would love that, yeah. So if I go prep area frame, I think I'm onto something here. Actually, I don't even need to remove that because over here, this is a small wall. It would make sense to have another small wall there. This is all coming together, I think. I would, I'm sure. Let me first, the line tool is my favorite tool. Then here it should be, hang on, prep area frame. That looks correct, but looking correct isn't good enough. Hang on. I'm just giving myself so much more space to play with, which is both a blessing and a curse, right? Oh, hang on, I didn't want it to go quite that far. I wanted it to go to about there, I think. Maybe a bit more. So I need to make that distance about equal to that distance. I think that's actually like that much. Okay, it's my top 6. I'm sure. I don't need that. Yes, I do. Hang on. So look. Look at all the space. Look at how much freedom. Okay, well, hang on. So maybe I do make this a little smaller. And then this entire layer can just stop existing. Right? Because this needs to be big enough for someone to walk through. Comfortably, even. I think that's correct. Need some Bidoof? You're not wrong. I might add a Bidoof. Just for the memes. Oh yes. Not the Bidoofs. It's the Bidoofs, yeah. Look at this. The real goat. So look. I hope y'all are appreciating this. I've just given myself a lot more. Second to Mudkip. Oh, I don't know. Mudkip's pretty good. So look. So now we have space, right? So now the question, do we want to make this go further back? Because I sort of envisioned it as being farther back than it is. Masquerade, Ogerpon, Shaman Sky, Barbarnacle, Spheal, and Gastrodon. You don't have an outlier, you do. Glaceon and Sylveon on my go. I like Jirachi the most. This little guy right here. Hang on, if I remove this chair, you can see him. that guy. Love this guy. It's the best one. Adorable. And he's got this eldritch eye on his stomach that appears when he grants wishes. So I actually think friend size exactly. I think I need to move this wall back as well as your name's Shaman, but you don't even have a Shaman in your drawing. This Bulbasaur here was going to be a Shaman, right? But if y'all look at Shaman, hang on. My problem was I could not imagine a Shaman doing that pose, right? Because Shaman is strictly smaller than Jirachi, which means that this distance from the chair to the table is too far, right? I just couldn't make it work. I could add a Shaman somewhere else, but just give it antlers. No, I'm not doing a sky form. I prefer ground form. I should probably leave that tab open somewhere for Gardevoir if I need that again. Anyway, is this? No, it doesn't need anything. Anyway, we're working on this frame. Hang on. There we go. So, oh, whoops. What? Hang on. Does this work? It does. I'm a little confused. I've accidentally full screened this. And I'm disoriented. How do I undo that? Window. What did I do? Hang on. Okay, well, we're saved, so I'm gonna close it and reopen it and pray that that fixes it. Because I don't want it full screen. I mean, it was full screen basically. Just. Maybe I'm making things up? No, I'm not. It's definitely different. Almost forgot to update a new mobile game. Full screen mode. Turn that off. Okay, that's good to know. But now that I know how to change it, we can leave it on. Because it is better this way. Woo. From this far away, it's looking really good. All my drawings, actually, every piece of art I've ever done looks so much better from like 5 feet away. I promise. It's real. So let's see, how big do we want this prep area, huh? Well, first of all, we want to be using the right tool for the job. Hate getting to work and starting an app just to see 11 gigabyte update required. That does suck. Wow. See if I put it like there, is that good? See, the problem is I don't like putting the corner above this opening. Right? Because that just feels like it's wrong, you know? So that means I need something else in the way. Gastrodon is big, silly. So, let's see. What if I leave this corner, but then, hang on. So I don't technically leave that corner, but then it crashed? Nice. Yeah, ugh. So let's say that this is still a wall, but rather than a back wall, rather than it be the back wall, we have it be the wall of a counter for preparation, right? That gives me a decent amount of foot space, not enough to put an island in the middle, but this way I'm still expanding the total amount of real estate that I have to work with without compromising this area, because I do not want a vertical line there. Right, that's just something I don't want. I don't know why, but I don't want it. If somebody can think of a reason I should have that, that's tricky though. That's tricky. Because I also would really like to have the top of the counter visible. But going above the horizon line means I can't have that. Wall. So then if we... Game crashed again, eesh. So if we actually make the room smaller... No, but we still don't get that. Hang on. I can't say that for 5 minutes. Alright, I'm counting the seconds though. Oh, what? No! You can't do this to me, Nia. And that doesn't count because it's your name N-I-A and not N-Y-A. However, I will be watching chat for anyone who does not follow the cat rules. You're so mean. I can't read your message out loud. That isn't what you expected. Yes. Alright, so here's my problem. I need a counter back there. I need a counter back there. Nia is a menace to society. Exactly. You get it, Holly. So, oh, this is tricky. So no, Nia, the IRL word bang is for me specifically, right? That's how that one works. Chat can do what they want, but I can't. Your game is not even doing anything demanding to something. I would never disobey a cat chat order. It's illegal. Yep. Now, I'm still in so much trouble here. How'd this line get so wrong? Weird. Oh no, it's not. Never mind then. It's causing me pain that I can't do that. That I can't follow along. Thermal puddling. So some messages I just can't even read. So here's what I'm thinking. If I need counters. Like there has to be counters in this space. Following this one, I'd be able to have counter space going like this, right? That'd put the dimensions of the room like this. I think that's incorrect. Of course, I can't have this one also with a counter. Nia, Nia! It's 3 minutes, I still have 2 minutes of this. I shake my fist at you, brigand. So, with this setup though, yes, laugh all you want. Haram. So, let's see. What can we get done? What's possible? So, hang on, I need a different diagonal. That's what I was confused about. Oh, but it needs to be farther away. Hang on, let me check this emote. So, we could be real sticklers for the rules, but I'm not going to. Technically, this emote doesn't have cat words in its name. Technically. So going like that. No, that's wrong. You want that to there? Because that gives us the edge of the space. But I'd really... Oh, that goes... Why's that gotta be... Carve? So tricky. Let's see. Maybe you just accept that the counters are going to be annoying to me. Right? Five minutes. Yeah. I can finally do it. If I can't. Yeah. Have I not reached max chat yet? Yeah. I don't know what you mean, max chat. I might have not set something up. You're not trying hard enough. By the way, the cat order is over by now. If I can, yeah, you guys can. You don't have to. But you can. Ah, thank God. So this is tricky. Because if I go like this, I just draw through. Here's my problem. It's hard thinking of ways to incorporate nya into speech. You don't have to do nya. You can do other things. There's like other ways of sounding cat-like and being cute. So here's my dilemma. I need to think of how I need it perplexing. I live in a constant state of meowsery. Let's see. Hang on, where's... What do we think about this? Back counter. Thoughts? It's tricky because I would love to have more of the top of the counter visible. But I can't because I don't have enough space. The counter is made of counter. That's good. That's a good sign. Nya 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 nya. Nya 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 nya. So it's not like it's a bad counter, right? This is correct for the perspective. It's just that I would love, well, here. The way we do that is with the, okay, we can manage that. So I'm imagining we put a sink there. Let me get out this one. Hang on, here first. Let's grab this. I'm just drawing that vertical. Just so we know where the corner is. I don't want that layer anymore. I have so many layers, it's getting confusing. We'll go like this. So I think we want sink there. Hang on. Nanyame. Nyanyanju nyanya. Nyo nyabari de. Nyaku nyaku inya. Nyaku nyan. Nyanyahan. Nyan nyadai. Nyanyaku nyadai. Nyanyala. Nyaga nyan. Nyaga nyana. Nyaga na. Naganya game. Okay. It's a tongue twister is what that is. So we want sink there. I had the imaginary manager last time, I think. I think you did actually. So let's see. We have a sink there. Do we want an oven? Do we think this is a bakery at all? If so, the oven would probably be here-ish. And I actually think next to the sink, we'd want a refrigerator. Right? So it'd go up over there like that. Oh no, the world went sideways. It's no biggie. And then oven's there. So we'd have the oven like that-ish. Sink is like that-ish. Or rather this size so. Then over here we'd have, well no. Well, nothing above the oven, right? For, I don't know, fire purposes, just in case. Maybe we actually have a vent above the oven. Let me write that in. Like Among Us? I can do better. So we might put that there. In the vent is a gastrodon, sure. So we might put that there, but we probably want fishes. Right? And then on this specific, well, over here actually, there's a blender. Oh, Les Burrito, thank you for the bits. For being a champion about
Les
the
Burrito
Nyaba.
cheered. X100.
Thank you. Do you plan on doing Lethal Company
about
soon?
the Nyaba ban.
You know what? I'm actually really glad that the text-to-speech worked for the bit donation because I had no idea if it was gonna work. Some things have a tendency to work in testing, but not in practice. So I'm really glad that that worked out. I hardly even realized it was happening at first. But thank you so much for the bits. That's really great. I don't actually plan on. So, Howie, this yeah, I don't, I'm hesitant about doing other things all the time, right? I'm not a variety streamer, right? I want to do a few things only, because variety streamers tend to have trouble getting traction, I feel like. Variety all the time struggles to build the audience, and obviously I don't do this for the audience, but I also just like to know what I'm doing every time. I don't want to have to check, like, oh, what game am I doing? As a variety streamer, yeah, true, but yeah, in general, I don't really plan on doing games other than the ones I've already started doing. Like, so we have Celeste. I don't know why I cut off the E. Sometimes. There's another bump there. But we ignore that. There's gonna be a Final Fantasy 14 stream, but I couldn't stop playing off stream. That's funny. But we do Celeste sometimes. Guilty Gear Strive usually. Then Art. Fridays. So that's basically like my plan, you know? If I was going to do Lethal, if I was gonna do Lethal Company, it'd be on a Saturday. I know this because it's something else Saturday, right? It is a game that isn't Guilty Gear. So that is the only time I would ever do Saturday is tomorrow. I could do Lethal Company tomorrow. I don't really want to be, I don't know, doing too many different things is like bad for my autism brain. I don't know how else to put it. I would probably prefer to do Celeste, but I could do Lethal Company. Doesn't it have spiders? It does have spiders, yeah. It's random chance if they exist. That's the point of Saturday. I agree. There's the arachnophobia option that exists. I'm not afraid of spiders, but if my viewers are, I can turn that on. But yeah, it is difficult to say if I want. That would be a hard nope. Yeah, no, there is an arachnophobia option though, which is nice. You can turn that on before you get in the game. It's hard to say whether I want to do Lethal Company or not. But over here. Oh, you know what? You know what I think? Instead of having... Well, hang on. So, we have something go here. But then we have a person, right? Obviously not that tall. They'd have to be much taller. Something like this tall, actually. So they're doing something, right? That's the plan. We can delete this layer. We don't need it. So this person is doing something here. Then we have other stuffs. Where's my... Oh, that's right. Excuse me. I sure do love how I have sometimes one layer that is exactly one line. Hang on, let's just fix that a little bit. Gotta get ready for work, but you're still gonna be watching. Well, I hope work goes well for you. It's always tough. Let's see. Oh, and we can just like erase this part of the counter since it doesn't exist anyway. Or either it won't be visible. But it'll help me think about how much space we have. we'll probably also want to drop this vertical down. Oops. Was on eraser mode. And we'll draw some dots up this way to show that that's where the fridge is going to be once I get around to it. It'll be the fridge will actually be taller than a person by a significant amount. So fridge will be something like that. Then oven will probably be taller slightly. Than the actual rest of the thing. So yeah, I think that's the next bet. Not next bet, but next thing. And then I would imagine we have some kind of art. Hang on. Nah, for some reason I thought there was another chat message. But there wasn't. So yes, indeed. That's good planning. I did put that all on that layer. You're back. Welcome back. Welcome back indeed. And you're wearing a skirt. That's awesome. We love to see it. Nice. So we've just been planning out some stuff. We got this Gardevoir. I don't know why I circled it. We got this Gardevoir drawn. I think skirts are awesome, Howard. You're so right. My bio on Discord for the longest time was that I really liked skirts. It might not be anymore. Let me double check. Oh, I can't double check immediately because it's after 11 o'clock, so Discord stops working. Yeah, skirts are so awesome. But anyhow, so far today, we've drawn this Gardevoir, and we're planning out this counter in back, right? This is basically how it's going. We have the idea of how we want it to go. I think rather than continue to think about that, because that's a pretty good plan, and I can work on that either next week or just when I get to it on my own time. That is my bio. Okay. Skirts are great. I love skirts. Of like any length as well. The midi skirts that go down to your ankles are great. Short skirts that are just like somewhere above the knee are pretty nice. I'd usually prefer to wear some kind of like pants underneath those though. Sundresses are great, but they're not technically skirts. Anyway, made outfit. How about Juritry? That I'm pretty sure that guy's too big. Let's see. Height 12 feet tall. Juritry or Circuitry. Oh, that makes more sense. He could be the lights. No, that's slave labor. I'm not. No. So actually, fun fact, about this drawing, like hanging lights. No. So the problem is the ceiling, I imagine, is like up here-ish, which means that we wouldn't see any hanging lights. It's a bit of a tall roof. Well, technically the ceiling's up here for most of the room, but then the ceiling's like down there for the this area, because there's actually an overhang a little bit that you still can't quite see, but there's a bit of an overhang sort of like at the In-N-Out Burger near my house, and then it probably has the logo and name of the cafe up there. The only problem is that you can't see it in here. But anyway, I thought to myself, there's a lot of Pokemon that would probably really like the things we make here, but wouldn't fit through a door like that, for example. So there's actually, as a mod, could my shiny Charmander be in there? I don't know. I'm trying to abuse my powers if you can't tell. I'd have to really think about it, you know, because this isn't like a Pokemon promotional artwork, so I'm not obligated to put Charizard or Charmander in there, right? I'm just putting the Pokemon I really like in. But I suppose that a Charmander wouldn't be out of place. Here, what's this layer for? Oh, I see. I see how it is. Prep area frame. So what would work really well? I'm gonna put this up here. Extra plans. Your Charmander, the black one, So I think it depends on, I think, where you would want it, right? You can put it there. So the way I picture it, right? I'm gonna do a bad stick figure, sort of thing. So I'm imagining there's a person here, right? Well, sort of more like this, though. Right, and then your Charmander could be like right here. And they're giving him uppies so he can come onto his lap. Either that, or the Charmander could be like right there, like a child doing something on the, I don't know, Happy Meal box or something, right? So it's, if I do the Charmander, which would you prefer? Either way, I'm pretty sure I want a person here. For this Charmander, I'm pretty sure about putting a person here. Definitely the uppies. Alright, then I will put that in. Uppies. I do love that word. I'll also make the note here. There you go. Then we will have Charmander's trainer. And we'll have to think of a design for that person later. For me, it's easy because I already know what I look like. So we'll have to have that trainer there. We'll also have to think of a design for that person there. Can you read that? If I zoom in, it's pretty readable. I mean, not the most readable, but like... You know, it could be worse. What was I saying? Oh, that's right. We might... Yeah, Char's trainer. Lesburrito has it. Then, I kind of want someone or something going back that way. You know? In fact, I guess we can have a Gastrodon on the wall somewhere. Oh, thanks for the head pats, Burrito. I actually need to use Alt-Tab for this. This full screen mode makes things a little confusing. Good head pats. What time is it? 11:18? That's because Lesburrito is really cool. Way cooler than all of us. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Alright. So, I don't know if Nia is still here, but I think I'm gonna put a Gastrodon, like, on the wall right here. You know, like they're crawling that way. I think they... Gastrodon butt, Yeah. So we have Gastrodon climbing the wall that way, which I think is funny, because it's like a slug. It's kind of like a slug Pokemon. Let me actually Google it. What kind of thing is Gastrodon? definitely searched the wrong thing, but it worked out. Yeah, sea slug Pokemon. So it could totally climb on a wall. We believe in it. If I believe it, then the audience believes it, you know? So we'll have Gastrodon going that way. I kind of want Team Rocket. Right? I mentioned this on the Discord. I kind of want Team Rocket. So maybe this is James. Hang on, I need that to be a capital J. And maybe we put Meowth here. James do be cooking. Yeah, James, absolutely. Who's your favorite Team Rocket member? That's hard to say. I honestly love them all. They're Team Rocket. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, all of Team Rocket, not necessarily. There's a lot of grunts I don't care about. But James is probably one of the best out of the main three that we know. Jessie Gang Rise Up. Love that ship with Ash's mom. I love that ship too. That's part of why it's so hard for me to say James over Jessie. And I love Meowth's backstory too. Mine's 100% Meowth, my goat. So I'm thinking Meowth could be counting money here, right? Meowth is definitely goated. So I'm thinking we have James cooking, Meowth not cooking necessarily, but he's doing something. Dude was crushing on a girl, Meowth, so hard he learned English to impress her, I was actually young at the time when I watched that episode, so I thought that Meowth was crushing on the human girl, one of the ballerinas, for quite a while. James is so cool. Yeah, we can give him the M hair. That's how we know it's James. Yeah. So we have James and Meowth, and then I actually think we have Jessie over here. Right, that seems like the appropriate height. Does it? I think Jessie might actually be. No, well, if somebody's sitting, Jessie would be about like that tall. Whoop. And then Jessie would be talking to. You're also wearing thigh highs are great. They just feel nice. So Jessie should be smacking James with a frying pan. I agree, but here's the thing. Look how much space there is here. Programmer sucks indeed. So look how much space there is over here, right? If I put a third person in here, then it starts getting crowded. But if I put Jessie over here, serving a drink, domestic violence. So if we have Jessie here serving a drink to a fourth person here, I'm trying to show that their arms are neatly folded in their lap, which is kind of hard, but like that kind of. That's the idea. Or maybe they're saying thank you or something. But basically, if we have Jessie here serving them, then it helps sell the idea that they're actually doing stuff, you know, not just messing around. And who knows, maybe it's not Jessie, maybe it's not James, right? That's what we have to decide later. And maybe it's not Meowth. That's why it's helpful if they're not in something that's super characteristic of their pair. Because, I mean, it's characteristic enough for them to be doing something. But they probably would be bickering. It's just helpful if we decide not to do Team Rocket, if they're actually doing stuff that's helpful. Something. Just back to Chinese best. Okay, so something isn't his action, something is his action, yeah, it is. But now we have this area that we need to do something with. Something was a decoration, but yeah, it's kind of his action. But yeah, that's basically it. Team Rocket, if it happens, then I might think of something more interesting to do with them. You DM'd me a picture. I didn't get the notification because it's after 11 o'clock, which means that I'm going to not get the notifications on my computer. So I'm pulling out my phone. Just waiting for it to load. Oh, I agree. Yep. Alright, so what I was saying. We have this area, good. This area, good. This area, good. We just have this area that something needs to be happening in. The lace is great. I love lace. Like, lace is... I would wear lace all the time if I could. On dresses especially. I think that, I mean, obviously lace isn't the most fitting thing for a maid outfit. But you could have some sort of, not quite ruffle, but sort of lace curled in on itself on certain parts, especially socks, I think. My parents would bully me. Yeah, probably. That's just the sad nature of it. But anyway, we've got to think what goes here. This is the important part of our thoughts right now. Right? Because we can't have it too open, because then it draws the eye, you know? So, that's the thing, right? Deviance from the norm will draw attention. If there's nothing in this area, then people will look there, and they'll feel like this picture doesn't have much going on. Even though we have so much over here, fun stuff here, Gastrodon there. So we need, that's the 909th message I've sent in your chat. Wow, that's interesting. But yeah, we've got to think of something. So the first question, well, it has to be a dynamic thing. Hollywood has over 1,000. That's awesome. Hollywood's goated for that one. Love to see it. Les Burrito has about 500. Hollywood's been here a lot longer, so I'm not surprised. Oh yeah, Shiny can check because they're a mod. They can see those things, that stats. But yeah, I need ideas, right? I need ideas. What do I put in this area? Twitch mod page intimidates me. No, I understand that, yeah. I've looked at it a bit. I'm like, this makes no sense. We have plenty of space to do whatever we want. Maybe a carpet with some Pokemon reading books. So, it's a good idea, is the thing. I like it, but I can't really do a representation here. Basically, the entrance, so this is the front counter, right? Imagine like a McDonald's. Picture books because Pokemon are dumb, yeah. So basically, the way I had been picturing it is that out this way is the entrance, right? And it'd be weird if there was just a carpet with Pokemon right in front of the entrance, you know? If I had to estimate, I'd say that I thought the entrance was the door. No, this is like bathrooms. This is either bathrooms or potentially a second room, but probably bathrooms. Bathrooms, employees area, what else? Janitor area, and the free space was the middle of the cafe. No, so this is free space like line, you know? Q. If only Magikarp was here, but they messaged. U-E-U-E. Yeah, okay. So this is the queue, basically, where people line up, and then the door, his entrance is over that way, right? Not immediately like right there. It's not like right there, but it is somewhere a little bit that way. So basically, if I was, the stuff I put here is probably in line for the surface, right? The stuff I put here can be anything, except probably not something that would be super obstructive unless it's intentionally obstructive, you know, because people need to go in and out of that walkway as well as in and out of there. And oh, I suppose, well, hang on. No, this needs to be counter 2, I think. Right? That probably does need to be counter. Yeah, so something like that. Put a Pokemon of the green and blue with hints in yellow. Nia, that's right up there. Right, Gastrodon is gonna be climbing the wall going that way. So, that's a surface there. We're putting the counter like that. Is that a good idea? Well, okay, here's the thing. I have to redraw the desk. Right? I have to extend this front counter to reach the edge there. Oh, but does that... that's a bit close, that's a bit close. Oh, but what I could do instead... just make that a diagonal. That way I don't sacrifice the space. Hang on, let's see. Something like that. Maybe for the free space, have a person walking to the entrance with a coffee in their hands, Pokemon walking alongside them. That's a little tricky. Maybe their head turned talking to their Pokemon to add a bit of movement. So that's a good idea. Right, but the problem is, we need to preserve this frame, right? This is like its own image, essentially, right? So if you imagine, if the camera could zoom in anywhere, if the camera could zoom in anywhere, you'd want the camera to be able to zoom in there, you want it to be able to zoom in there, you want it to be able to zoom in there, no, there, because Meowth is part of that image, or there, right? Maybe it could be a kid or a short person. Did Nia see the Gastrodon? I don't know. But basically, we want to make sure every scene happening in this image is a complete picture, right? But if we put something here, like a person talking to their Pokemon, that blocks your view of this scene. You can no longer zoom in on that. So that's why I don't think I should put a tall person there at least. A child, maybe. But I don't like children. I'm joking mostly. I actually really like being around kids. It's just that drawing children is a bit of a struggle. Well, it's not really. It's just that it's hard to imagine a child fitting in here. You know? It doesn't quite fit the vibe. Maybe a young Pokemon. Maybe a young Pokemon. Like a Pichu or something like that? One of the baby Pokemon? Pokemon trainers start their journey at age like 10. So canonically, yes. However, I headcanon it as no. The way I picture it, at least for like my Nuzlocke, for example, when I animate my Nuzlocke, my character is not going to be aged down to 10. They're still going to be 18. And I have lore reasons for that as well. I've put way too much time already thinking about like the background lore of my Pokemon Nuzlocke video. It's basically its own anime. We need more young adult Pokemon protagonists. I agree, but then Pokemon would have to start thinking about ways to make it relevant for young adults, which is difficult. But so let's see. I think the oldest is Serena, but she's locked behind a mediocre game. I don't know, I've actually never played X and Y. I mean to eventually, because I mean to play all of them eventually. So let's see. Is this the same Nuzlocke that, it's a Nuzlocke that I need one more subscriber for, right? One more subscriber, or actually, that we all go in Showdown for? I don't actually know what you're talking about there, Shiny. But actually, so I said I made it in 2 messages. I don't know why I made it in 2 messages. I've never seen IDKY like that. From my experience, X and Y are the longest mainline games and also the most boring, but I still enjoyed my time with it. Interesting. So, hang on, I'm gonna make it a poll really quick. Oh, Nia, those are fun hearts. Let me look closer at those, hang on. Those are really well done. Did you make those yourself? Those are nice. How do I put this back? Oh, there we go. So I'm gonna put up a poll. Yeah, Nia, those are really awesome emotes. I love those. Do tips for Yeeg or Gnar. We'll put this at like 5 minutes to make sure everyone sees. Alright, so Gen 5 is the best. I don't know if I've played Gen 5. I've played Gen 1, some of Gen 2, then Violet, and this one cool Pokemon Color, no, not Pokemon, Game Boy Color Japan only game, matching game kinda. It's fun. And also Mystery Dungeon, and some of Stadium, but not really like story or anything. I don't know if it has story. I'm gonna be so honest, I barely played Gen 5, and that was when I was like 13, so I don't remember anything. I've been meaning to get to it, but I have so many games on the backlog. Yeah, I get it. Actually, I started playing Bowser's Inside Story recently. Oh, hang on. Game Boy Color, I barely know her. Hang on. What I've got to do really quick is Duolingo. Right? We're gonna pull that over here, I think. We've got to get these XP goals. Let's see. We've got 8 done. We need... Yeah, we're just gonna do Duolingo really quick.
車の鍵はどこですか?
You in Discord at some point, it'd be really cool. A bunch of people got together into teams, one for each Pokemon gender. Oh, no. That's not that idea. That's not the idea. No, that's a complete... This is the 10 sub goal one. Right? Rereading it now, I assume it's not the actual thing we're doing. No. So the poll is about whether or not Les Burritos' donation of 100 bits, their cheer, counts as like a quote-unquote 10th subscriber. I've never done a Pokemon Nuzlocke before. I've tried, but Pokemon Red version is bad for it because it's very unbalanced and broken. I'm excited to watch you play through one. Yeah, it'll be fun. And then afterwards, I get to animate it. It'll be like an anime episode. I think if you guys are enjoying the art stream so far, then you'll really enjoy the animation because it's fun.
面白くない本は嫌です。
What? Oh, 面白くない。I see.
面白くない本は
wait, hang on.
嫌です。
Just one Bulbasaur and toxically see coach the game. I will for sure. Yeah. So yeah, I was very confused for a second because I didn't hear the nai for a second, which is a negation. So I'm like, what? You don't like books that are interesting? That doesn't make any sense. Let's see. Or any, yeah, psychic types, strong. But if I play Fire Red, it'll be fine, I think. It also depends on what version we do. Kusou books are amazing in their own right, let's see. Tanaka-san.
2
Ni. Chisana.
小さな町
Machi desu.
すん
No? Hang on. I did this wrong. Emulator? Yeah, I'd have to emulate it. I mean, I technically own Emerald, but it's like, how would I get that on screen for you guys? Tanaka-san wa
は
chisana machi
町に住んでいます。
ni.
銀行にお
I don't
金
know
を
if it's
返しまし
actually.
た。
So Howie, I am so bad at katakana is the thing. Hang on. What star do you think for Fire Red? The thing is, I don't know. You need to practice. I do need to practice my katakana. Pro tip for search engines. If you put says kusoge, or is that an L? Kusoge? Well, hang on. I have to look closer. That's an exclamation point, not an L. I don't know why I'd think it was an L. There's no L in Japanese. Charmander is the best, but Bulbasaur is considered the best. I know you like Charmander. I kind of, honestly, I've been considering all three of them, right? And it's not likely that we'll finish the Nuzlocke on the first try either. I'm not like Squirtle might go. Yeah, I like Squirtle, especially like Squirtle Squad, you know? You remember? Iki no
銀行
Ginko ni okane o kashimasu?
返しました。
I return the money to the bank. 彼女の
名前を
を
忘れ
忘れました
た。
Nuzlocke with Charmander against Brick and Misty. Brick and Mist. Uh-huh.
その服は厚くありません。
I wish we could get cool accessories to put on a Pokemon like the Squirtle Squad sunglasses. I think you can do that in like Heart Gold, somewhat. I played some of Heart Gold anyway.
その
Sono
その服は厚くありません。
Atsuku arimasen.
厚く
Any vanilla mainline game is easy to Nuzlocke if you basic understanding of what to do. Well, unfortunately for me, I don't.
の名前は忘れましたか
Oh, interesting. Swear I unlocked Sword and Shield without even trying. Uh-huh. It's autocorrect. Nuzlocke.
彼は
Oh.
年を取っています。
彼は
年を取っています。
Okay, interesting. Meow. 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 Meow.
その服は厚く
熱くあります。
ありません。
Just get Gyarados and win. Yeah, if it's not Kanto, choose the fire starter and burn everything. That's part of the thing too, is I haven't even decided which game to do. Hang on. I have to actually see. Okay, so yeah, I need to make an announcement about that later. But basically, it's specifically because Twitch is raising the sub prices, right? And it had been a sub goal before for 10 subscribers. But then I learned that Twitch was planning on raising their prices, and I'm like, well, in that case, my sub goals should probably include donations and things like that to make sure that people can pay what they want rather than paying higher prices. Oh, Charmander is the best. Yes. I have to say that. Kawaii na.
怖い
Kawaii na.
映画嫌
Yeah,
ですか
But yeah, Twitch raising prices makes me think I should allow donations to count towards my sub goals. And so basically we were at 9 subscribers, which is already awesome, and thank you for that. Duolingo ASMR, Ginko
銀行にお金を返し
わたの町は大きい、とても大きいです。
9 subs is awesome. You guys are awesome. I have the best subscribers and viewers and friends. Kore
o
to?
to te.
Interesting. The redeem said in your best friend voice. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. It's been a while since I set that up. I need to take a sip of water first then. Charmander is the best. That was bad, wow. Oh? Oh! Thank you for subscription. I'm sorry, do I know who's that? Mizuki. Nah, I'm sorry, why I'm having trouble reading this. I normally can read. 10 out of 10? Alright. That's Mizugi Kanho. Interesting, I like that. Welcome to chat, thank you so much for the subscription. So now there's no ambiguous, we're doing a Pokemon Nuzlocke. That's really exciting. Is my tracking broken? Let me check. No, it's all good. But yeah, this is so exciting. I love Pokemon. Like, honestly, I don't even consider myself a huge Pokemon fan all the time, but I really do love Pokemon. So I'm super hyped to be able to do the Nuzlocke because we reached that goal. We're gonna animate it too. It's gonna be super awesome. I can't wait to show you guys the animation, or at least work on it with you because you'll be seeing it as I do it. Now hang on. Suddenly my Firefox doesn't want to load Twitch, which is concerning. Why is it saying not secure? PR reconnect reset. That's no good. Alright, I will have to look at OBS then. You guys will have to tell me if something on Twitch happens that I can't see. Did your chat die? Mizugi. No way, that's the first time you chat. Mizugi is so cool. My chat didn't die, my Firefox kind of died. And it didn't die, it stopped showing Twitch. So, the bubbles aren't moving? Oh, interesting. So, this hasn't happened before. Dunno. Hang on. We'll continue stream as though it's working, alright? It seems that my Wi-Fi is cutting out, essentially. Except not, like, disappearing. It's, preventing new connections from being made, I think. Essentially. I think it's something that my parents have done, is what I'm trying to get at. So, until I stop streaming, it'll work, I think. Because it seems like you guys are still here for me. And it looked like Stream Avatars. Yeah, good thing it's an art stream, But look, Stream Avatars is still showing up your... still showing up here. Oh, hang on. Now my music is gone. Because it ran out of buffered things. So, your chat messages still show up on Stream Avatars. So as long as your message is short, everyone will be able to see it in the VOD. I love being in a heart style bubble. I hope you guys you should download the track itself. The video is like an hour long. I don't know if I want to do that. No, it's 100 minutes long exactly, I remember from the description. Then you can just have an audio source in the OBS, yeah.
Pizza.
Let's see.
これはあの家の鍵です。
大変
An hour-long BGM is something like less than 250 megabytes. But the thing is, it's on YouTube, right? And that means I'd have to use a YouTube to MP3 or something like that, which I guess might still work. I don't know. Anyway, Taihen
です。鍵を忘れまし。
It's getting late and D&D was tiring. Yeah, I get that.
た
What? Taihen desu kagi o nakushimashita. Not forgot, lost. Okay. You're gonna head out. Yeah, I get it. Thanks for showing up, Morgan, Shiny. And double extra thanks to Mizugi Kanho. If you see you later, can't wait to start the Nuzlocke. Me neither. It's gonna be awesome. I mean, maybe not super awesome, but I'm excited about it.
大変です。鍵をなくしました。
There we go, and that was the last one too. Only Shay can call me Morgan, by the way. None of y'all in chat can. Yeah. You know, you can change your username. Y'all get to call me Shiny. So, you know, Morgan, you can change your username. you can just do that, right? If you don't want anyone to be confused ever, you can just change your username. Okay, Morgana's on. Watch out, Nia. Shiny was taken. That makes sense. You just add underscores though. Like for example, Shaman was taken, so I just added an underscore. Also, grr. Yeah. Seems like everything is down for the night. So I'm gonna lose my streak. Well, I'm not gonna lose my streak. I'm just gonna be set back a little bit on getting to this month's medal. I actually can't see mod actions in here, which means I can't see. So this is really annoying. So I think I'm gonna have to end stream right now, unfortunately. That was a warning shot. Yeah, but you can still hear her voice. Timed out for 10 seconds. So Mitsugi Kanho was taken, so you took off the underscore. That's interesting. Hylia VT. So Nia, it's a bit tricky. I can do my best, right? But the thing is, I can't open Twitch on my computer, so I have to see if Twitch app will allow me to do raids from this. Can mods do raids? Oh, she isn't live. Okay. Then I don't know what you were telling me to do. Raid someone who isn't live? That's ridiculous. Let's see though. I should be able to. No, actually. Hang on. What stream elements here? Oh, it's shout out from Mizugi. Awesome. I forgot that I can do that. I forgot that I should do that. I forgot that all of you deserve shout outs all the time. Orange is Borange. Alright, let's see if we can /raid. Oh, /raid browser? Oh, darn it. Doesn't work. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, darn it. Okay, well, it looks like my chat window is sort of being mean to me. So I'm going to have to use the /raid command on my phone. /raid. And we say orange is Borange? Is that how it's spelled, too? Only you and Sharky can shout out? I think that makes sense. I think I need to change that, though. Yeah, I'm going to have to change that later. Not now, obviously, because nothing's working, but... So if I do like this... Does that work? It does work. Okay. Thanks for showing up, Howie. Thanks everyone for showing up. We made good progress today. Even if we only did a little bit, we did a lot of good, productive conversation about what the rest of the image should look like. So, hopefully that works. It would be kind of messed up if anyone could shout out. Yeah, I guess you're right. It was fun. I'm glad you guys enjoyed. So, you guys are going to have to tell Borange hi for me, because I actually can't really open their stream, I think. So, Mizu is so cool. I'm so glad that they're here. Somebody here, my bot should still be working, right? So, if they want to, they should, if they're still here. Is my bot not working? Alright, well, fine. Somebody, is that like, so, yeah, I'm hoping you spelled that right too. If you make a shout out redeem, you can fulfill it. That's true. Oh, thank you, Howie, for getting the invite. Basically, I can't do it because my bot needs Wi-Fi, and my Wi-Fi is broken. Join the Discord. But I'll add a redeem, and Morgan can help with that. We're gonna raid. Good luck.